Shocktober 5. I was there. I was on stage the whole event. Shout out to Shocktober 5. I got myself a VIP pass so no one can tell me, that I couldn't be on there. But let's start this off on a good note. Great event. My first live from the block experience, and it was a great event. Shout out to Osama. Shout out to everybody from there that I was able to meet. Y'all were great. Shout out to Jay Murda, Lotta Zay, Young Grizz, Danny Myers. I kicked it with them the majority of the day, and they treated me like I was family. So I wanted to send a special shout out to them and for doing the Flight 96 podcast. But there was some things that happened at this event, and I'm gonna talk about it. But I want to start with Eliza Versa versus Red Bang Doe Bang. Eliza, you impressed the fuck out of me, man. Eliza, you impressed me to the point where you're gonna be one of the main reasons why I come back to Live from the Block. You did your thing. You said, nah, I'm going first. And it was crazy. You went off. She got the round clearly. I felt like the main theme for this entire event was if you got the crowd first. It doesn't matter if you got the first reaction, but if you got to the crowd first, where the crowd connected with you first, you automatically won the battle. That was the theme throughout this entire event. Is that if you got to the crowd first, you won the battle. And that's what Eliza did. She had her second and third were probably my favorite rounds of the entire battle. Just great job from both ladies. Red Bangs had a Doug Funny bar in the third that I really enjoyed. She was another person representing the West Coast. Like Grizz and Danny Myers. This battle was great. I enjoyed it. Eliza, you will definitely be one of the reasons why I come back to Live from the Block. Now, the next battle was D-Lo. I believe D-Lo versus Crazy George. Now, I learned something through all of these battles. D-Lo and Crazy George told me that you can probably win a battle off jokes. I gave the battle to D-Lo. I felt like some of the stuff that George was saying, he kind of it wasn't catching the crowd. I felt like he wasn't performing as much. You know what I'm saying? He had some good stuff in there, but I just felt like D-Lo just got to the crowd first. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's a big theme for this entire recap, is that a lot of these battles, you know what I'm saying, were just won, we're just kind of almost not necessarily one off crowd reaction, but just crowd control was a big thing, was a huge thing throughout this. I believe after this was also Tyler Reed versus Iceman. I'm not sure about the order. It's been a long time. It's been a lot of stuff's happened between this. But I believe Tyler Reed and Iceman was before D-Lo and Crazy George. Tyler Reed and Iceman. I loved the battle. I felt like you guys, Tyler Reed's aggression. Wow, man. Like you know what I'm saying? He reminds me of Real Deal. But also I hear originality in him. Same thing with Iceman. I don't hear Real Deal in him, but his schemes were very good. I felt like sometimes he kind of went a little far with them. Like they were long and drawn out for a little bit, but when they hit, they hit. It was a good battle to me. I liked the back and forth. There was a couple during the beginning of the event, the crowd started to wake up. Through every battle, the crowd was more into it after a while. You know what I'm saying? And they slept on a lot of stuff especially in the Tyler Reed Iceman battle. This was a Oklahoma versus Texas kind of clash, and I had heard a lot about this, so I was definitely paying a lot of attention to this. I believe after this, one battle that did not happen was Red versus DT. Shout out to DT, by the way. He did the Flight 96 podcast with us, with Myrna, Lotta Zay, and Danny. I heard his first round, and son, he had some of the best red flips I've ever heard. Really, you know what I'm saying? And usually, you know, if you watch Smack and URL, people who battle against old Red, you know, they have it's always red flips are always going to be there. But he had some of the best red flips I've ever heard. So I hope that battle still happens. DT was real cool, man. Shout out to that guy. Shout out to him. I believe Fellow and Young Grizz was after this. Fellow, you are a funny man. You are a funny man, sir. Like, you, I don't know, man. I don't know if you take this stuff seriously or you just have fun with it, but it looks like you're having fun with it. Because, you know what I'm saying? But of course, like, you had some, like, you was rapping and you was doing, like, crazy, like, you had some good wordplay in there. I will give you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving my opinions on who I think won the battle on these because I just enjoyed every battle, to be completely honest. I want to say, back to Fellow and Young Grizz. Grizz is my homie. Like, Grizz is, that's the homie for real, for real. So, of course, I was in his corner cheering him on. You know what I'm saying? Screaming his slogan. Why? Don't let me talk to you like that. I was being biased a little bit. But, Fellow, you did your thing, man. I cannot wait to, whenever, because I told Osama, I said I will be back. And when I come back, I hope you're on the card because you are very entertaining and you are kind of like a, you know, like, you remind me of Carter Deems, but more outgoing, if that makes sense. Cause you can like you said some funny shit in there, man. You did some, like, you was cracking me up, man. You're hilarious, bro. I believe Lotta Zay versus Sean oh my goodness. Sean Gata versus Lotta Zay. I'm saying it was a freaking classic. Oh my goodness. 3 rounds of just lyrical warfare, just going one after the other. And Lotta's one of my favorites. And Sean Gata made me a fan that night. Sean Gata, you did your, wow. You took an opportunity that Osama gave you and you just, bah, knocked it right out the park, man. Like, seriously, that's battle of the night to me. That's battle of the night. Like, you guys caught the crowd at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Sean Gata's style is more multi-syllabic, you know what I'm saying? Fast rapping, fast pacing. And it was working. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what the Dallas crowd kind of likes, that multi-syllabic, you know, fast rapping kind of stuff. But Lotta Zay was on 10. Both of you were on 10. That battle's debatable to me because it could go either way. You could tell me Lotta Zay edged or Sean Gata edged, and I won't be mad at you because that. Wait till that battle drops, dude. Wait till that battle drops because that battle's ridiculous. I can't believe I was able to watch them two just go back and forth. Wow. Shout out to Lotta and Sean, man. Like, and I told Sean right after the battle, I said, look, man, you are going to be the main reason why I come back. Because you had a classic with Lotta Zay. Crazy. Skits versus Jay Murda. Jay Murda. This fool pulled out his phone and started recording while his opponent was it was the funniest. But Jay Murda did his numbers. So did Skits. You know what I'm saying? I nothing really. You know, Jay Murda. I like Jay Murda's first round. I like Skits' second. I felt like Skits definitely, you know, surprised me because he was just as aggressive as Jay Murda was, kind of. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of understand why the matchup was made. You know what I'm saying? So Osama, like, Your matchmaking skills on this card? On this card? What? Crazy. Crazy, man. I was hyped for this. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these battles on here are going to have a lot of replay value. Just for me. Sean Gada versus Latize is definitely going to have some replay value. The next battle that I want to talk about is Tribo versus Ryu. I heard there was a lot of history behind this. I had no idea. I had no idea who Ryu was until this battle. I knew who Tribo was. And this was Tribo's last battle. Tribo. To me. Until this battle happened, and not until the main event, which we're gonna get to the main event. One of the main events, excuse me. You had performance of the night for me. After this battle. But there was 2 battles left. Up until that point, you had performance of the night. Because you had bars, you had punches, you had wordplay, you was talking to him. You had the complete package in all 3 of your rounds. And I liked the way you crafted your material, sir. Ryu, your aggression is through the roof, bro. Your aggression is through the roof. And you see what I did there? Hadouken? You see what I did there? You see what I did there? I like your style, man. I like the fact that you were very aggressive and you said, okay, well, there's some history behind this, so I'm not going to hold any punches. And you didn't. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a good back and forth. I edged it to Tribo, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the back and forth. I enjoyed the conversations you guys were having probably in the 3rd round. You know what I'm saying? Tribo representing Carrollton. Ryu, I believe, was representing Fort Worth. So, shout out to y'all. Y'all did y'all's thing. I was really impressed with this. King Corleone versus Danny Myers. Before I get into this battle, I want to set this straight. King Corleone, you did great. I liked your material. I liked that you went the multisyllabic and you was all in Danny's face. I liked your aggression. I liked what you did. But Danny got that crowd within the first 4 bars, and that's what won him the battle. To be completely honest. Danny got to the crowd first, and he did not let go. I understand why people call him the bar god. I understand why he you know how people talk about the what Pat State call it, the bargasm or whatever. I saw like 5 of those in one round. I saw he was like, dude. I've watched Danny Myers on my TV screen on YouTube for years. But to see him in person do his thing, just line after line, him just going all over the place, and just you know what I'm saying? The shot, damn, I get it. I get it why people respect this man so much. Sort of. I get it. I get it, and I get it why people sometimes would duck him. Corleone, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Whoever battles Corleone after this, I know he said this was his last battle, but I don't believe that one bit. Whoever you battle against next, Corleone, is a dead man. I'm sorry, is a dead man. Because I know for a fact you're gonna be like, okay, I get that. Take this one on the chin and just move on. I know whoever you gonna battle next is dead. 30 piece. Nasty. 3-0. Like nasty. The venue was kind of kicked us out. I think it was at like around 1 o'clock, 1:30. And we went to the parking lot around the corner for OG Percy versus Strick. Shout out to both of them. I enjoyed this battle. It actually did give me that street feel. OG Percy is a anomaly. He's a different. The fact that I was able to see him in person, because I've heard so many things about him, and to see it up close and personal, wow. Like, I understand why he is one of the most respected battle rappers in Texas, and why people are such big fans of him and they come out to support him. Yo. Like, so him versus Strick, when I saw it on paper, I said, this is gonna be interesting. Because Strick likes to talk to people. So does Percy. Percy likes to talk about his upbringing, what he's gone through. And Strick tries to talk to people, and say, you're doing this wrong, or, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. And the style clash was very nicely put together. I liked this battle. I really did. Strick's first round, straight to talking to him in the first round. And I felt like, even though Strick did not necessarily have a third round, he was freestyling a little bit. But he did what he was supposed to do, I think, in the first 2 rounds. I enjoyed this battle. I enjoyed every battle on this card. This was a fun night. And Osama, I want to say thank you again, because I will be back. I know I definitely will be back for another event, because I had so much fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Usually, when I went to Nome, it was kind of a more serious kind of environment, I guess you can say. But in this one, I had a lot of fun. I was able to get to know a lot of, most of the battle rappers, be able to talk to them, be around them, and speak to them. They treated me real nicely. So I will be back. But Shocktober 5, man, definitely a 9.59 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed this event. You know what I'm saying? I wish the crowd would have got that energy going right at the get-go, but it's fine. And I completely understand. You know what I'm saying? When Latizé versus Sean Gotta drops, people, Sean Gotta's stock is going to poof, rise. Especially, and especially Trebo's performance was one of my personal favorites. Tyler Reed and Iceman, that's gonna be good on cam. D-Lo and Crazy George, that's gonna be good on cam. All these battles are gonna be good on cam. I think this event was a complete success, and Osama, you should be very, very proud of yourself. I cannot wait to come back. I know who to look out for when I do, and thank you, Live from the Block, for treating me so nicely. I appreciate it. I will be back. Y'all know the slogan. Wait now. See this? See what I'm wearing? See this? Don't call me dirty in the next video, because I'm about to wear the same thing, because there's a specific card that's happening, I believe next week, that we definitely got to talk about. So I'll see y'all in a little bit.